Good evening. You're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. A number of Arab and Islamic countries celebrate Happy Eid al-Fitr. And hundreds of people are killed and scores injured in an oil tanker fire in Pakistan. Good evening once again, and thank you for joining us. And we say Eid Mubarak to everyone. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos has sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency President Hari Ragao Nariman Nena of Madagascar on his country's independence anniversary. In his speech on the occasion of the advent of blessed Eid al-Fitr, His Eminence Sheikh Ahmed bin Hamad al-Khalili, Grand Mufti of the Sultanate, called upon the Islamic nation to be united and get rid of disputes and grudge. He congratulated the Islamic nation, praying to Almighty to return such occasions on it with omens, blessing, glory and reconciliation. He also urged Muslims to get inspired by the holy month of Ramadan to cooperate for all good for humanity and get rid of dispute and hatred. A number of Arab and Islamic countries celebrated today the Happy Eid al-Fitr. Muslims gathered this morning and performed Eid prayers. They embodied the meanings of brotherhood and solidarity in these blessed days. In Palestine, Al-Aqsa Mosque was full of worshippers who prayed to Almighty Allah to achieve security and peace. In Indonesia, Muslims congratulated to perform Eid prayers and exchange greetings that embodied love and solidarity among people. In Syria, Syrians received this Eid amid hopes of security and peace for their country. In Malaysia, also celebrated the blessed Eid al-Fitr in a cloudy sky in Kuala Lumpur. In the Philippines, Muslims there also received Eid al-Fitr with joy and happiness after the month of fasting and giving. They performed Eid prayers in a scene that embodied the meanings of solidarity and love. And now, the rest of international news. At least 148 people and scores injured in a fire that erupted after an oil tanker overturned in central Pakistan early today, and crowds rushed to collect fuel. The tanker, carrying 40,000 liters of fuel, overturned on a main highway while traveling from Karachi to Lahore near the town of Ahmedpur East in Punjab state. A regional police chief said when the tanker turned over, the residents rushed to the site with buckets and other containers, and a large number of people on motorcycles also came and started collecting the spilling fuel. About 10 minutes later, the tank exploded in a huge fireball and enveloped the people collecting petrol. Rescuers recovered 10 bodies and were still searching for 93 missing people today, a day after a massive landslide buried a picturesque mountain village nestled by a river in Sichuan province in southwestern China. More than 2,500 rescuers with detection devices and dogs were looking for signs of life amid the rubble of huge boulders that rained down on Sichuan village in Sichuan province yesterday. The landslide blocked a 2-kilometer stretch of river and 1.6 kilometers of road. The landslides carried an estimated 18 million cubic meters of earth and rock, equivalent to more than 7,200 Olympic-sized swimming pools, when it slid down from steep mountains. Some of it fell from as high as 1.6 kilometers. Some people from another village brought wheelbarrows packed with bottled water, tubs of food and plastic bags of meat down the hill for any potential survivors. British police said today that they had arrested a woman after a car collided with pedestrians outside the Newcastle Sports Centre, injuring 6 people. They said the incident was not believed to be terror-related. Northumbria police said officers were trying to determine what happened outside Westgate Sports Centre in the northern English city of Newcastle upon Tyne this morning. 3 children and 3 adults were being treated at local hospitals for injuries sustained in the crash. The police said a 42-year-old woman has been arrested and is in police custody. An event was held at the Sports Centre to celebrate the Muslim holiday of Eid al-Fitr. You're watching the Sultanate of Oman television, and still to come in our news bulletin. Omani halwa is a traditional sweet which is popular during Eids and other social occasions in Omani houses. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. According to the latest statistics by the National Centers for Statistics and Information, the number of road accidents in the Sultanate decreased by 21% by the end of May 2017 to 1,600 compared to 2,033 in the same period of 2016. The statistics also show that the road accidents that occurred during the last 5 months of 2017 lead to the death of 236 individuals and the injuries reached 1,269. With the participation of more than 400 male and female students from the wilayas of the Governorate of North Al-Batin, a ceremony was held to honor the winners of the Holy Quran competition. The competition is organized for the second consecutive year in the wilaya of Saham. The competition aimed to encourage the Omani youth to memorize and understand meanings of phrases of the Holy Quran. The competition was initiative of the Ministry of Endowments and Religious Affairs in cooperation with the society members in the Governorate of North Al-Batin. With the advent of the blessed Eid al-Fitr, various souks and markets in the Governorate of the Far witnessed active purchasing movements. The citizens flocked to the market to buy foodstuffs, clothes, shoes, gifts, toys, and other accessories as part of the preparations for the blessed Eid al-Fitr. Citizens also buy various types of sweets, especially Omani halwa, as it is considered a symbol for hospitality while being an aspect of the Omani heritage. The citizens expressed their delight for the advent of the Eid al-Fitr and availability of wide range of commodities they needed as the shops remain open until late hours of the night. Omani halwa is a traditional sweet which is popular during Eids and other social occasions in every house in Oman. It is a symbol of generosity and hospitality. Omanis are always been to choose the best types of Omani halwa. Omani youths in the Governorate of Al-Dhahira inherited the profession of making Omani halwa from their ancestors. They developed this industry and introduced modern technology. They make many types of Omani halwa with various ingredients and tastes. And now for the general weather forecast around the Sultanate. Partly cloudy skies will prevail over coastal areas of the Governorate of the Far and its nearby mountains, with chances of intermittent drizzle. Rest of the Sultanate will have clear skies. Winds will be northwesterly light to moderate. Seas will be slight with a maximum wave height of 1.25 meters. This is the Sultan of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. A number of Arab and Islamic countries celebrate the happy Eid al-Fitr. And hundreds of people are killed and scores injured in an oil tanker fire in Pakistan. And we wish all our viewers a happy Eid. Please note that our news bulletin timing from tomorrow will be at 7 p.m. And with that, we come to an end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here in the newsroom and studio, once again, we wish you a very happy Eid al-Fitr and good night.